This story is really something. They never fail to amaze me, the Trump administration. You would think that at this late date, I'd just be so battle-hardened from seeing all the things I've seen. But no, every now and then something comes up where I'm like, oh my God, what? Here it is. In 2018, the Trump administration considered and rejected, thankfully, using a heat ray weapon at the border that uses microwaves to make skin feel like it's burning. It was part of efforts to satisfy Trump's demand for extreme measures to repel migrants. A heat ray weapon that uses microwaves to make skin feel like it's burning. Now, you want to know how I know this story's true? Because Trump has said on camera before that we should have like a moat at the border with alligators. All these like medieval, primitive, insane ideas. He's like, we should try that. And then he always said about the border wall too, we need a border wall that's see-through so I could see what's happening on the other side. That would be very nice. Thank you very much. He actually did kind of, to the wherever they have built border wall, it actually is see-through. It's, you know, it's kind of like you can see in between it. But anyway, so I read this, I'm like, oh my God, that sounds exactly like something Trump would be in favor of. The fact that he even considered this at any point, the fact that it wasn't laughed out of the room by everybody surrounding him, that says a lot about our country and about our system, doesn't it? You would think that when the topic is immigration, that like the root of the problem would be where all the focus is. Because the root of the problem is what? Is the drug war and extreme poverty south of the border. And so if you wanted to address the root causes, you would aid in helping these respective countries create more stable, peaceful environments. If you were to legalize, tax, and regulate drugs, you'd put the cartels out of business, which means you would no longer have narco states in control of things south of the border. That alone would be a massive help to stop increasing numbers of immigration that they say they're against. So why would that not be the path for Republicans? Instead, what they want to do is keep doing the drug war, keep destroying these countries. By the way, how many times have we done regime change in South America in various countries? But do it all the time. We're trying to do it in Venezuela now. So, you know, you would think that you stop overthrowing their governments, you stop doing terrible trade deals, which creates a race to the bottom, which increases poverty. You stop the drug war. I mean, these would be things that would help, but no, they never talk about that. What they do is they want to continue all those terrible policies, exacerbate those policies, make them worse, and then turn around and say, anybody who's trying to escape to find a better life for their kids in the United States of America, which is a totally human thing to do, it's what anybody would do. Anybody who's doing that, they're the enemy. Build a wall, have a moat, maybe some alligators. And if you want us to use our laser gun, our heat ray weapon that makes it feel like your skin is burning off, that's what we're going to do. It's like the person in charge is like that creepy sociopathic kid in science class who would take the magnifying glass and burn the ants to death. That's the guy who's running the country. The guy who's running the country is like, what if we lasered them to death? Would you be down with that? Does that make sense? Is that good? Imagine thinking like, of all the issues, immigration being one of their top issues, and then this is how they want to handle it. I mean, guys, we just referenced this before, but it's true. they've done detailed studies on crime and immigration. And the fact of the matter is, legal immigrants, but also undocumented immigrants, have a lower crime rate than native-born American citizens. So now, I'm not one to argue that this is necessarily the main criteria that one should look at when evaluating immigration stuff, but the right does use this criteria. They always harp away on crime rates, but immigrants have a lower crime rate. So, if they were actually using their own standard objectively, they would love immigrant communities even more, including undocumented immigrant communities. They would love them even more than native-born American citizens. It's almost like there's something else that goes into it. It's almost like it's not just about the crime rate or any of that. It's almost like there's certain people they do like, and there's certain people they don't like, and maybe the ones they don't like all share certain characteristics, and this kind of influences their response. Like, if we had Canadians coming in the country in large numbers, would Trump say, hey, maybe we should have a heat ray weapon that we use on Canadians trying to get in? I don't think so. Because remember, this is the guy who famously said the shithole countries thing. Like, why does everybody always want to come here from shithole countries? That's him saying, like, I mean, I'm fine with white people coming in here, but why do non-white people have to come in here? Oh, Jesus Christ. Heat ray weapon that uses microwaves to make skin feel like it's burning. By the way, how is it possible to make skin feel like it burning without it actually burning? Because I read that and think, wouldn't it just actually be burning? I can't believe that under this guy's watch, we had a pandemic that hit us and now 175,000 people are dead and rising. I'm surprised that a guy this intelligent and this prepared couldn't meet that moment. I'm surprised he couldn't meet, the moment of 20% real unemployment. I'm stunned.